How do I stay motivated when I am in my lowest moment?
The Mishnah says, Al korchach atachai. And a lot of ink has been spilled on this Mishnah. What does it mean, Al korchach atachai? What kind of motivating sentence is this, telling someone you're forced to live? Al korchach atachai. Chassidus talks a lot about this, and there's a thought brought down as follows. There are moments in life when a person can consciously come to feeling alive because of accomplishments that they did. You ask someone out there in the street, they're going to tell you, how is a person motivated? Because there's mindless, there's virtues that they have, they're smart, they're kind, whatever it may be that they find in their chest of mildness that can allow them to feel motivated. But what happens when a person hits a low moment? When a person feels like there's nothing there for them to thrive upon? They're low. They can't find in the bank of milas, in the bank of virtues, they can't find anything. They're in a low moment. What's going to drive me then? Telling me that I have virtues is actually going to make me depressed, because what you're doing is you're telling me the only value I have is when I feel value, but I don't feel any value now. I feel depressed. I feel like I have nothing to me right now. How is a person going to pick themselves up in those moments? Says the Alter Rebbe in Tanya in the end of Lamed Aleph, and he says as follows. He says there could be moments when a person is down, deeply depressed. Says the Alter Rebbe, hey Nemes, you're right. You actually have consciously right now enough reasons to put yourself down, and you feel down. But tell yourself the following words, and let's understand this. Ani lo yosisi es atzmi. Life is not only what I make out of it. Life is given to me. Hashem made something out of it, and He forced it on me. Forced it means to say it's going to always have value, even when I didn't achieve something, even when I don't see any achievement, because He gave life to me. He put me in this world. It's not dependent on me feeling value in the moments where I'm finding myself. It's dependent on Him, and He knows what's going to be. He's not bored. He didn't put me here for nothing. He obviously sees value, intrinsic value, value that's not dependent on me creating value, but value that's intrinsically mine. That thought process when you wake up in the morning, that's the deepest kind of motivator a person can have. Let me explain this with a story. There were once two brothers. One of them, the Eibishter gave a bracha that he has a lot of money, he has parnasa. He was a billionaire, but he had no children. And the other brother, the Eibishter gave him a bracha, he has a large family, Yubei Yishvatim, but he does not parnasa. They got together once, and they said, let's make a deal. You give me one of your children, says the brother who has no children, and I'll give you $1 billion. I'll give you parnasa. Let's make a deal. We're brothers. Uncle. It's okay. They sat down. They thought about it. They put down it on contract. They're going to close the deal. They're going to close the deal. They're closing this deal. The brothers sit down and they sign this contract. Time comes close to the closing. And the brother who has to give up one of his children started sweating buckets. He's getting nervous. And he's going back and forth. The kidster, he calls his brother, the billionaire, and he says the deal is off. But this is what happened. We made a contract. Says the brother with the Yud Beishvatim, he says, it was a mekach tos. This was there was a problem in this deal. It wasn't accurate information that we put down. So what do you mean? So let me tell you what happened. Last night I went through all my children, Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, and I was thinking, which one should I give up? Which one should I trade? Reuven has certain milas, Shimon has certain milas, Leah, Rachel, everybody has. Which one can I trade? And then it dawned upon me. I don't have 12 children. I have one Reuven. I only have one child. I have one Shimon. I have one Leah. The contract you wrote that I have 12 children, that's a mistake. I only have one child. I can't give up my only child. When we wake up in the morning, if we start judging ourselves based on our accomplishments, we're going to be coming to a down moment because we're letting ourselves be judged. But if we're going to look at ourselves as a ben yachid of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Eibishter put us into this world. There's intrinsic value in me for who I am, period. I'm an only child. That is al korchoch atachai. It's not based on my will to make value in my life. I have intrinsic value that's always in my life. I wake up in the morning and I remember, no matter where I am, no matter what moment I find myself, the Eibishter gave me my life. He gives me my life. There is value every day in that life. There has to be value, because it's given by someone who knows the future. So there can't be a moment where I can consciously tell myself I have no value. How can that be? I'm a ben yachid of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.